Hey everybody, it's Tristan Freeman here for ADP1 Class 1311 Milestone 2. This week was a challenge. Things went smooth for the most part in that I had pretty much everything set up for the Milestone 1. I just had to get into parse, dig into it a little more so that I could get the save functionality done, get the refresh on the table view finished, and then finish up the detail view and the pharmacy location portion of it. Most of that went fairly easily. I had to refactor and change some stuff around. For example, my med list, the table view, is now a PF query table view controller, which taps into a lot of the parse.com methods and functionality for tables. So it kind of made that part a little easier. The only issue that I really ran into with this was doing a query to pull the data from parse, from the database itself. I've had a little bit of issues organizing it properly so that it matches up with the selection made on the table view. When it's only 3 or less items listed in there, it seems to work fine. However, when I added a fourth one to try, it would not. It would get things out of order, and only certain things. Sometimes the order was backwards, sometimes it was just jumbled completely. So I started digging into NSSort descriptors a little bit, and I tried to use 2 different descriptors, sort descriptors, to put them in an array, and then when I call the query, and I'll expand this just a little bit, I have the query, PF query named medication query, searching for my class of medication in the database, and then order by sort descriptors. And then I would call the array there, trying to get it to match. So even though that doesn't work exactly how I had planned, it does still display data with the detailed view. I've got some bugs to try and work out by final turn-in, but I got it set up. It does pull to refresh and all that. Pharmacy locator screen gave me a little bit of issues for a little while, trying to combine Google Places with the Apple Map Kit. So that I finally got done, and I'll just go ahead and run this to kind of show what it does after this week. So I had to use a singleton and a custom object to save the query data so that I can pass it to the detail view. And I've got a lot of console logs. So if I log in here, because that all still works. That's the other issue I have here is, for some reason, and I don't know where it happened, the cells in the table view disappeared. So there's no dividing separator lines anymore. And I've been looking last night trying to figure it out before turn-in. I have no idea what part of the code broke that. Everything in the XIB is still normal. But for example here, if you click Tylenol, it pops up detail view with just that info. Same thing with Vicodin and even say Prazosin. So the add works. Say I do albuterol, we'll do aerosol, 1.25 milliliters, quantity we'll say 40, as needed taken, prescription, we'll just throw a bunch of 5s in there, prescriber me, notes for asthma. So if I save, it saves, pull to refresh, now we have albuterol. So try it again. Tylenol matches up, Vicodin matches up, prazosin matches up, albuterol throws an error. And this is because I have an array of objects instead of an NS or immutable array. So if I change that, I get a warning. But if I rerun, relog in, Tylenol matches, Vicodin, prazosin. Of course, now they all match up. So that's kind of the bugs. When I was doing it last night before turn-in, it did not work. They didn't match up when I added a new one. Apparently it does now, which is great. Pharmacy locator, if I click on that, this is of course the default for Google, but if when I click the pharmacy button, it throws the pin in there. It actually console logs everything down here as well, but it's got the call out. So if I click on that, Walgreens on Gary Street in San Francisco, this is the current location. If I option drag out, you can see there are more around here. Because it's Google Maps, or Google Places rather, it's all going to return items within the Google enterprise, so to speak, the database. But it's a good start. So essentially it does everything it's supposed to do this week. I just need to make it more fluid with the design. So that's it though for my video. Thank you for watching.